One of the reasons we love the Gospel of John is its uniqueness. 92% unique. And there's a purpose for that. I mean, Matthew, Mark, and Luke have been circulated. People know those stories. John writes his Gospel last. And he knows that we've been exposed to that material. So he purposefully leaves things out and always substitutes something significant. Now, Matthew in his Gospel says that Jesus never taught anything except he would use a parable to teach it. And yet, and this is amazing, in the Gospel of John, there's not one single parable. So if we're going to enter into the Gospel of John with our imaginations, when we see something like that happen, we've got to ask ourselves why. And this is the answer. In the Gospel of John, the entire life of Jesus is a parable. This is how it works. Jesus will make a pronouncement about Himself. He'll say, "I'm the light of the world." And then shortly afterwards, He'll open the eyes of a man born blind. Jesus will say, "I'm the bread of life," and then He'll feed 5,000 people. You see, His life is a parable, and He means for your life and my life to be a parable as well. Now, one of the best examples of this is the story of the woman at the well, the Samaritan woman at the well. This is a place where Jesus comes asking her for water, inviting her into a conversation. Now, He's not supposed to be doing that because rabbis don't talk to women. Rabbis don't even speak to their own wives. In fact, there's a story in the ancient literature of one rabbi divorcing his wife because she spoke to him in public. So when the disciples come back, John remembers they were surprised to find him even talking to a woman. Jesus asks her for a drink of water. She responds with questions. She doesn't want to go along with this. She doesn't even want Jesus really to touch the bucket that she has because Jews don't touch utensils that Samaritans have used. And then Jesus makes the offer, and this is where the parable part comes in. Jesus says, if you only knew who it was asking you for a drink, you would ask Him and He would give you living water. So they're sitting by a well. She's got the bucket. He's thirsty, and yet He's offering her water. It's a wonderful parable. The end of the story is fascinating. Jesus reveals this woman to herself. He really opens up her life. He exposes her sin, the fact that she's been in numerous relationships and has been unfaithful. And yet this uncovering of her life doesn't put her off at all. In fact, she's very excited. She says to her fellow townspeople, "I met a man who told me everything I ever did." Now your life's a parable. My life's a parable as well. So we have to live out the truth of who God says we are. He says we're His children. We're His sons and daughters. We have to live that out. And we learn that from the Gospel of John.
Jesus turned and saw them following and said to them, "What are you seeking?" And they said to Him, "Rabbi," which means teacher, "where are you staying?" He said to them, "Come, and you will see." John chapter 1.